this and that, but I'd like to tell where the love story started. In 1988, Roberto owned a restaurant in the Keys, and Suzy and some friends, they went on a little girls' trip, and stayed there, hung out, had fun, and when it was time to go home, Suzy kind of liked hanging out and stayed around and hung out at the restaurant a little bit, and wasn't long, and I think it was about a month, 2 months later, Suzy was working at the restaurant with
She was running it.
Oh, excuse me, not working, running the restaurant, which that's probably even better. So that explains everything, because the show daily was all about Suzy and sitting in front of that computer. I don't know how many of you ever went and down to town to visit down there, but the computer consumed her, and with her knowledge of that computer, I would like to personally thank her from the bottom of my heart, because she's taught me, a guy that didn't know nothing about the computer. I was a dinosaur, and now I know how it works, and that's kind of fun. But no, the love affair went on and on and on. And in, I believe, November of 17, they officially got married. And you know, it was just 29 years later. So that old saying, "It's never too late." That's what I'm talking about right there. Never too late. But you know, Jimmy being a Tennessean, and me being an Oklahoma farm boy, and when I first came down here, I remember we had a big storm rolling in through town. You know, in big storm. I was set up with Carol and Travis Braley up at 954 up there, right next to Excess, and you know, the weather was supposed to get bad, so everybody was given instructions on how to do this and how to do that, and Jimmy says, well, you know, the storm's coming from over there, and you need to park your trailer here, and you need to tie your tent down to your trailer, and you're going to do it this way, and you're going to use this bull rope right here. And I did that, and lo and behold, the next morning there was at Carol Travis Braley's, there was 2 tents standing, and mine was one of them. And thank you, Jimmy Jones, for that. But 2 great people. I think Lou used the word humanness. Both people would give you their time, their effort, their conversation, and they will both greatly be missed.
And Suzy, I was talking to on the phone. Roberto, I had bought some globos from, right? Globos. I had bought them before my show started, and I said, can I pick these up after I'm on the way home, after the show? He said, that's fine. I wrote him a check. Picked him up on Sunday, and he's saying, I hate to tell you this, but I lost your check. I think Suzy washed it. So I gave him another check, got home, and several days later my bank statement arrived, and the check had cleared. So I immediately called Suzy and said, I think there's been a mistake. And Suzy fumbled a bit and said, yes, there was a mistake. I deposited that check. Roberto doesn't check his pockets. I do. And so from that time on, she and I both refer to Roberto as the money launderer. The last time I saw Suzy was last show. She and Roberto pulled up at Market Hill and delivered us our books. And she and I stood there and hugged. Well, actually, I stood there. She was in the car. She didn't get out because she was in a hurry because she had lots to do. And she was hurrying Roberto. But she will be missed. She made that magazine magic. And it was something you look forward to every time you came, was to see what Suzy had done now. And although Roberto was the spokesperson, Suzy made it sing. So I know she'd love this.
I wish I knew a little bit more about Jimmy Jones's past. I know that he was a union electrician, and not only was he a union electrician, he was very pro-union, and was pro-union all of his life. He was, I believe in Virginia is where he practices trade. Suzy was very diverse. She began, when she was a teenager, she was a dumpster diva. And she wanted to go to Europe with her girlfriend. So they went around in dumpsters and they found books and they found all kinds of things that junkers find. And her family was in the antique business in Vermont. But she was able to not only finance their way to Europe, and she had family in Germany, but she really saw the value, learned the value of junk. You could turn junk into money, which a lot of people do out here. And, she could speak a number of languages. She was well versed in music and literature and art, and she would never brag about it, but she could tell that the era of the time. She'd look at a painting and knew when it was produced, or maybe it was from Germany or Italy or what have you. So she had great knowledge, but she never flaunted her knowledge. She never was pedantic in any way, shape, or form. She was a quiet woman most times, and she said what she needed to say, and that was always worthwhile. And she was a good sports fan too. She knew her football. It's always great to be around girls who knew their football. We enjoyed many nights, and it'd be remiss for me to say, and yes, Suzy would work on a little small ad, business card size. She'd work on it for 4 or 5 hours just till it was right. I just wish that many of the customers didn't realize. They maybe just thought she cranked the thing and the ad was there, but she would want to bleed the colors and have the right font, and it was red letters or green letters that was appropriate for that particular advertising. But I'd be remiss if I saying that 2 weeks after our Suzy passed, Roberto and I were on the phone, and he went into the office and he sat down in Suzy's chair, and he was bewildered. He didn't know where to begin, who bought what, who had an ad, who paid, who didn't pay. And I have to tip my hat to my brother Roberto, because this issue, he duplicated Suzy's work, and I'm so proud that Show Daily's alive and well. There's been some talk about it's our demise, but we're not dead either. So, and Jimmy, he never let you pay a bill. He could take you out to dinner. You got to dinner with him 5 nights in a row, and Jimmy picked up the tab, and he was too big to argue with, as far as I'm concerned. Amen. So they're great people. We'll have Jack play another tune, and then if any of you think of anything else you'd like to say, we'd love to have you come up and talk. And at the same time, then we'd like, if you care to help yourself. We have some pizza, we have some other items over there. So, thank you.
Sometimes the biggest smiles I saw on her face when she was just sitting there loving on her dogs, and I'm kind of a dog person too, so I just want to offer that observation I have of her. She was a great woman, and she really has. I've watched him grow from that little magazine here from nothing to what you see today, and it has driven a lot of business here. And so, Roberto, I love you, brother, and keep on going, brother.
Thank you.
I'm Ann Veazey. Suzy had such a community spirit. Floods, hurricanes, animals. She was wonderful. And I've been teaching gifted kids for a long, long time, and I know a gifted individual, and Suzy was brilliant. She was so smart, and she knew so much about everything, but she never bragged about what she knew. She was always humble about what she knew. And my husband wouldn't get up here, but he did want to say this, that Roberto would promise you the moon, and Suzy made sure you got it.